All right, first thing we want to do before we use this quadratic formula is set it equal to 0. So bring the 1 over, so we have to add the 1 when we're using the quadratic formula. We got 2x squared plus 4x plus 1 equals 0. Okay, so then my a is 2, my b is 4, and my c is 1. Again, you don't have to write that down, but because you guys like that. Right? But if you want, if that helps you, go ahead. Okay, so we're just going to substitute into the formula. So, negative b, kind of loud, huh? Negative b plus or minus, did I turn it off? Still with me. It's all right. So negative b plus or minus b squared minus 4, it's always a 4, times a times c, all over 2 times a. Okay? Some of you, when I was looking at your submissions, were trying to do factoring and stuff. Okay? We will do factoring. We will do completing the square. We will do the square root method, but this method is the quadratic formula. You have to be able to do all 4 methods on Friday's quiz, okay? So, to finish this up, that makes it negative 4, 4 in the bottom, square root, and 4 squared is 16. Negative 4 times 2 is negative 8 times 1 is negative 8. So we get an 8 in there. Okay? Now that 8 can be simplified. Okay, we got to do our little factor tree, and we can pull a 2 out of there, right? So the perfect square of 4 is underneath the radical. So this is negative 4 plus or minus 2 for that 4, square root of 2 because that 2 is left, over 4. And we're all done, right, Kyle?
No.
Why not? Oh, what number goes into all 3 of them?
2.
Yeah, good. So I got to divide 2 into the 2 4s and the 2. So 2 into negative 4 is negative 2. 2 into 2 is 1. The radical 2 stays radical 2, and 2 goes into 4 twice. So this is what we're looking at right here. Negative 2 plus or minus the square root of 2 over 2.
What are you doing to the radical?
Because when we're looking for things to simplify, it's got to be things outside the radical. Okay? We can't, once we simplify the radical, that's as far as we can go with that. Okay? So that's what we were doing last night. Our problems, well, the last 3 problems, we were just looking at the discriminant. But we're just supposed to use the quadratic formula, not try to do one of the other methods, even though you might have been able to use, you can use any of the methods, right? Because they all work. But learn each one of them so that you can use the one I asked you to use on the quiz. So number 33 was negative 3 and a positive 5. Number 36 was negative 1 plus or minus I times the square root of 3. That's the numerator, over 2. Number 39 is 5 plus or minus I times the square root of 11. And that's over 6. 42 is 15 plus or minus the square root of 213. And that's all over 4. And 45 is negative 2 and a positive 4/5. Any of those you'd like me to go over for you? The 42 one, I might get rid of the fractions to start, so then you don't have to put fractions in your formula. So the common denominator would be 6, so you can multiply everything by 6, and then plug in your ABC. For number 45, you got decimals. They're all in tenths, so I would multiply them all by 10, and then you'd have whole numbers to put in your formula. So that would change the 0.5 to a 5, to 0.6 to a 6, and a 0.8 to an 8. Right, but then you had to subtract the the 8 over, so it's actually negative 8 when you put it in a formula. For 48, 51, and 54, the discriminant is this part. The 4 squared minus 4 times 2 times 1. Just that part, the part under the radical sign. If it's positive, you say 2 real solutions. If it's 0, you say 1 real solution. If it's negative, you say 2 non-real solutions. So for number 48, it was 53, the discriminant. So that meant it was 2 real solutions. It's positive. Number 51 was 0. So that's 1 real solution. And 54 was positive 16. So that's 2 real solutions. Anything you'd like to go over on those? Yes, sir. Chris?
Like the solution one? Oh, yeah, I would kind of do this.
Like the last 3?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's ask you to use this to see how many solutions there is. So if we look at the last one, 54, we've got 32x squared minus 44x. Equals negative 15. So again, I like to set it equal to 0 when I'm using the quadratic formula. If I was completing the square, I just put plus blank and stuff. But I'd have to divide everything by 32 first, right? When I complete the square, A is supposed to be a 1. So the B squared would be the negative 44. Minus 4 times A times C. So you just put that in your calculator and see if it's positive or negative. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so I can see that's a negative 44 squared, negative 44 squared, minus 4 times 32 times 15. Got 16. So that's a positive number. So it's got 2 real solutions. We would take the square root of that and get 4 plus or minus 4. Go from there. So that's all you have to do, is do that part of it. You have to do the whole thing. Now some of you did the whole thing and just found the answers. You got 2 real answers and you would say 2 real. You got a 9, you'd have 2 non-real. If you got a 0 in the square root, you would have just got 1 answer. You would have said 1 non-real. So that's okay if you want to do the whole thing and figure it out. But that's just kind of a shortcut. Anything else, question-wise?
Will we have to memorize quadratic formula?
Yes, you have to know it.
Okay.
John's writing it on his hand right now. So he's got it. All right, so all you got to do today is work on your practice quiz. We'll go over it tomorrow, and the quiz will be Friday. Simple day, easy. You can do it, no problem. Right there. You being negative again, huh?
No, I already have it written down. Right there. I'm not even paying attention, so.
Kinda, maybe,
I
sorta.
wrote it in, that's all I know. You know.
So there's 2 of each type, and then I threw a word problem at you. You can use whatever method you want to solve that. Any one of the 4. You're welcome. You got a new job, huh?
Yeah.
Haven't been there for a while.
Ashley's now working for a team.
Yeah.
Getting beat by his superior.
Where you going? Where you working now?
How'd you
go?
Good. I like it a lot. You get fired?
What are you doing? Are you serving?
No, I'm about to say, I guess I'm bad. It's fun. Everyone knows really funny.
Good.
Good. No, back. Bring it over. Right. Well, you only have, well, you don't have to worry about making it on these, you can make sure that it's one, this one. This one, then once you get this, so what you did was right. Then, you get one more thing, would it be I on what we're wanting, if you were I, good, right? Then you will have to be. Right, so, this is all from stuff, so, nine times four, 30, 93. When you go down, three, if you down, well, this is the beginning. Add this one. It's fine. One. Okay, so we turn it around. So what you do now, yeah. That's it. That one. Okay. So we take out the. What goes on? We have to put that on the, first. I don't know what I want. Make it as one, so that we want. And then what goes into those? didn't want to do it. Now, if it wasn't negative from the 60, pull out one of the rows. So if we move it, you put a negative there.
That's the word you see. You put on that side, and you did the same with, that's one of the bad,
Maybe a 3 to 4. And these two have that occur. Then we do, take here, add them in, but if we want to add it.
Well, it's the same thing as far as the staff, because they get their, like, 4 items. You're just looking for
Okay? So this stuff is the stuff that. Yeah, I can. You get these other ends, right? So, these 4 are like that. This is one of those. So it has to be 25 by 2, that much, next time, so it's 2 to that time, it's 2 to that. And then take this square. Is that fine? I'm sorry, is that 12 for my thing? Really small, but that's fine. There's my start, but. Square. This one's one of those square words, right? It's going to be 2. Take square root. Square root is always square root. Square 1 to 11. And then 1, remember? Right. Okay. All right. I think these are good at now. This one was like the one that so. What times was 12, which is 7? Yeah, I had that real multiply that. Now, when you add them, you get, when you multiply, you get 12. Yeah. So when you add them, you get 7. And terminology. So we would do like we did one year. Yeah, it doesn't change. I get another one, 57, like. Finish that plan? And then one off with the problem. Okay. You all right, Rusty? No. Looking for, oh, those in the bottom. Just that. What goes in the book, though, not what they go for. Right. You ever weird about that? So, I have 3, I have 1. Don't know why. You know what? And 3x divided by 2 squared. Right. And this was 2x squared, so we're like, oh, that's over, this is, x just go away, so it's just 3. 24. So just okay, so I guess that works, so you can add that into. No, after. And then you take, like you take out the egg, put it out, put you, so you go 4x divided by 2. So it's 4. Oh, could be on. Right. One went back, it was down. Wait for 31 for try that. Yeah, we could find another. Which is 4. That's the one at 31 and 40. That works well. Do what? I was just following. Negative, so it's inside that. With your common. Well, you're dividing 3x squared or 3x. You do that first. X, maybe. And then negative 12x divided by 3. Negative 12. Now, remember that one, line up like that one, you gotta put minus there. We'll go in the whole minus 4. Yeah, which is negative 1x divided by 1 negative 1. 4 divided by 2. Grumbo. Said I got the grumbo. Well, no, we want we got that from going that, right? And we're looking for factors of this. What terms we want added to the positive one. Cool. Okay, which one's positive, which one's negative? Plus 5, minus 4. Take out what's common. Yeah, but maybe the one. Good. Plus, but that's the one in, so it's not two. Like 1x times 1x, 2x squared? I thought it was 2 for 5. Is it? Yeah. What happens to x? We'll just go to. Oh, I'm reserving. Where I get, where I like it. Yeah, negative 10 to the negative 10 to the negative. Yep, so what's the answer? Okay. This one's like that. Right off the bat. One, you're gonna do that. Next, you're gonna take out. Yeah. What's the yeah, so what, how did you get to right, so you use 3 of them both, right? Yeah. That's a pull out. Okay. Yeah. I don't yeah. But if it's square, it's square, if it was square, yeah. Square. Shut up. So right there, it's the same type, right? Both perfect squares minus the square root. Good, so that's the 3. And then you just there you go. Okay, so look that over tonight a little bit, just maybe practice those. I think you know those. Yeah.
And then if you want to try coming over tomorrow. Yeah. Good job.
Going outside today? No? Are you guys gone? Or you get to because it's a home gym.
Yeah, we're going off on tomorrow.
But I mean, as far as tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, we'll be working that hard this Friday, and then maybe next week. You might like to go to the weekend? No, probably the next week after that. Oh.
See ya.
Yeah.
You said that 6 days before
Yeah, I got like 4 times on the road there.
yeah,
I hit a dirty dribble kill. Hey, just be smarter than everyone else in Washington. I hit a triple kill. The last 2 I got my clothes on. So, yeah, that was 2 times in a row. 10 minutes. Yeah, sounds like it. They did stuff, you know, like they stuffed out each other. So I think they're getting quiet. His hands and stuff like that. I'm the other guy was awesome. I feel it's almost like the one that you put out. Yep. Yeah. You like the indoor line practice?
What?
It actually wasn't that bad. No. I can't keep doing it. I almost know it. I feel like Jack had to walk around. So what do you can walk around? Huh? You can walk around. I probably would. I'm not sure that. Really? There's no one there. Middle hoop wide, 2 shot. I thought the shot, or not 2 shot.
Brennan, John Russell, too.
No, it's so funny. She's not my friend, but okay, that's not that. I don't. No.
Liam
Yeah,
is Kean, right?
yeah,
Is he still planning on wrestling?
I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
he doesn't like it anymore.
I have to try to find him.
Yeah, no. I've been asking if he's going to.
Yeah, tell him I was asking about him, because he's not doing any sport right now, is
No, he's not.
he? He could be coming and working out with us. Stronger.
That's what I said.
Tell him I'm gonna come looking for him.
All right.
Thanks.
Your dad is your grandma.
No. That's my bad, bro. I'm gonna go turn.
Have a good day.
No, that's that. Now the guy go like.
Coach,
Yes, sir.